Kakhaber, thank you so much for joining us this evening. Now, Patriot missiles are what has been top of Kiev's wish list for a very long time. What does their delivery mean for Ukraine?
Thank you very much, Natalia, for having me. Well, I think this is a clear signal of the very strong political support. This is from the political dimension, and from the technical dimension, I think this is one of the best tools to protect Kiev's and Ukraine's ear, because they have been really very much in need for the effective air defense systems, which right now are so much vital for them. Because as you rightly pointed out, in Odessa and in Slovyansk, there have been multiple airstrikes in recent days, and seems to be this is one of the biggest challenges for official Kiev still.
Will these new systems change the shape of the war, do you think?
Well, I don't think that this is the most relevant, let's say, articulation of the, let's say, field environment on the battlefield. But what I can say that this air defense, one of the most sophisticated, I would say, air defense systems, will significantly improve official Kiev's air defense overall. And I think from the tactical standpoint, it will improve their standing on the battlefield. But of course, it won't be the decisive, let's say, momentum to put the final dot in the current war.
Now, we're getting reports that Russia has stepped up its bombardments and airstrikes in Bakhmut, with reportedly minimal distances between the fighters. Do you think a defeat here by Ukrainian forces is likely?
I don't think that actually the battle which is happening right now around Bakhmut has strategic importance, to be honest. I understand that official Kiev puts a lot of political efforts actually to keep the line in Bakhmut, and more or less, depending on the current, let's say, technical and geographical circumstances, they are more or less effectively holding the lines there. And Russians are, of course, moving forward very slowly and with immense military and personal, let's say, costs on the ground. But at the end of the day, I don't believe that battle for Bakhmut was or is going to change the overall, let's say, narrative of the current conflict, current war. In my understanding, the most important right now is how the Ukraine's counter-offensive operation is going to look like and when it's going to happen, within the weeks, within the months, and overall what sort of result we're going to have as a fait accompli in the field. I think that is more important than the developments what we are facing around Bakhmut.
You say Bakhmut isn't that important, but both sides seem to be pouring in a lot of resources into the region. Why is it so important?
Well, for Russians, I think the reasoning is very simple. They want at least, let's say, small scale of defeat of Ukrainian, let's say, armed forces in one particular geographical location, which is going to be effectively sold to their internal audience. That seems to be with alleged narratives that they are still moving forward and they are still gaining the results on the ground. And I think for the Ukraine, actually, it is more important from the political dimension to give the Ukrainian audience at the same time and to the world that they're well managing to keep the line and they're absorbing at some point the Russian resources on the ground, which is also true. I think what we have been looking and we have been seeing that Russians at some point invest in so much military machinery, so much personnel, and they are still struggling to get the Bakhmut area under an effective control. This is one, let's say, reasoning of the Ukrainian political establishment that as much they keep them busy, Russians busy in Bakhmut, as more effective they might be in the upcoming counter-offensive operation, in my view.
Kakhaber, thank you so much for analysis.
Pleasure is mine, Natalia.